Good morning, students. Welcome back to online session on SQL, Structured Query Language. In this session, I will train you how to download and install the Oracle application so that we can practice the SQL commands, Structured Query Language commands. Okay. So in my previous session only, I have shown you the environment where you can practice, where you can type the commands and where you can get the output, or we can say where you can access the database with the help of structured query language. So in this particular session, I will give you the installation procedure for this Oracle 10G. See, students, don't go for any other platform or any other what we call query language application or any other database application unless I instruct you to do so. Okay, so for now, as we are dealing with only basics and this Oracle 10G Express Edition, it is a lightweight application. Okay, to practice the SQL commands, it is a lightweight application, and I recommend this particular thing to be installed in your computer so as to practice these SQL commands. We have very huge applications or applications from this Oracle, and that also you can install to get the SQL working. But our concept, our module, what we are dealing, it is very small when compared to that big application. Our module is very small. So simply to get instead of getting this simple small module, why to install that big application which will degrade our system performance, or which will consume a lot of computing resources from our computer unnecessarily. So to avoid such a thing, I will show you the step-by-step procedure, the website you have to visit, the application you have to download, and how you can make your SQL environment working. Okay, so quickly, without much ado, I will show you the link to what you have to visit. So you need to visit this particular link in order to download this Oracle 10X. As you can see, this is uwindowsworld.com. Then English downloads database Oracle database Express 10G edition XE. So this XE stands for Express edition. The X is in the 10G XE, Oracle 10G XE stands for Express Edition. Express Edition in the sense lightweight module. We are not downloading the complete Oracle database application. Rather, we are downloading only the CLI module, command line interface module, and the module which is helpful in order to execute the SQL queries. Okay, only that thing we are doing. We are not going with the full fledged application from the Oracle. Okay, we are not downloading and we are not because if you see the full-fledged application, it will be around more than 3 GB, and when you install that application into your computer, it will consume near to 5 to 6 GB. Okay, believe me, it will consume nearly 5 to 6 GB, and you need like high performing system in order to install the full Oracle application. So that is the reason why many of us, we are having the what we call the minimum resources or minimum configuration into our computers. So that is the reason why into our computers or into our laptops. So that is the reason why I have selected this lightweight application, Express Edition application, which will be around like 290 MB, 250 to 290 MB somewhere it will be. And when you when you install it, the downloaded application, it will be near to 300. Okay, like this will fix. So it will be near to 300 MB, and when you install it, it will go up to 1 GB. Okay, it will go up to 1 GB only, not more than that. But if you download the full 10G application, or if you download the latest, that is I think 18 or 19G, if you download the latest version of that Oracle, it will go, the application itself, the application only, it will go near to 3 GB, not 300 MB, but it will go near to 3 GB. And when you install it, it will go near to 6 GB. Okay, after installation, it will go near to 6 GB, and as I said, it will degrade your system's performance. Okay, so that is the reason why I am going with this Express Edition application. So simply copy this link and go to your browser, browser application and paste that same link into your address bar and hit the enter key. Okay, paste that link into your browser's what we call address bar and hit the enter key. So you will get the, see here, Oracle. You just scroll it down. On top you will get some ads, so just scroll it down. Here it will list you Oracle Express 10G edition. Okay, Oracle 10G Express edition likewise. Okay, so here you can see the size. So I said it will be near to somewhere near to 300 MB, but it is showing over here it is like 200 MB only. Okay, 210. It will go like 210. Okay, so simply click on this download here, whatever download button you have, simply click on this download. So then it will give you this ad. Simply close this ad. So again it will give you one captcha over here which you have to fulfill. So here I am not a robot. Simply click on that, and as you can see it will give a right mark over here. It's taking some time. Yeah, it has given the right mark. So when it gave this right mark, simply click on this start download. Okay, start download. Yeah, here you can see the download has been started. It is showing like 207 MB. So you have to wait until and unless it will download that complete application. But as I have this application downloaded into my computer, I'm canceling this download process. Okay, so you have to download this full application. So generally that application will be available inside your download. So I'm going to the downloads folder. So here I have that application. So after you download, you will get like this: Oracle 10xe UNIV Universal. Okay, Oracle 10 Express Edition Universal, Oracle 10G Express Edition Universal version. Like this you will get, and the size, if you see, it is 206 207 MB only. Okay, so simply double click it to start the installation process. So already we have downloaded. Now what we have to do, we have to start the installation process. So simply double click it to start the installation process. So once you double click on that one, it will automatically start the installation. So first it will ask you to give the privileges, admin privileges or admin access to open that file. So select yes. So now the installation, it is preparing for the installation. So just wait for it. So now it is extracting the file. It is simply unpacking this stuff for the installation. This installation, it will take some time. Okay, nearly 5 to 10 minutes it will take. And if your computer is a low performing computer, I mean if you have minimum resources, like, then it will take more time. Near to half an hour it will take for the installation only. Okay, you need to be patient and don't cancel anything when you are installing. Simply don't think that it is taking more time, so I have to cancel. It is not like that. Sometimes it will take more time to get to do the installation. Okay, it completely depends on the performance of your computer, the processor what you have, the RAM what you have. Okay, so many things will affect your installation time. Okay, and it is moreover it is a huge application, it is a big application. So you can, even though we are doing the 200 MB installation, if your system is low performing, you can see the degrade, I mean you can see the performance degradation over there. Okay, your performance will degrade. Okay, so it is still extracting. Let us just wait for some more time. So now I hope now it will ask you to do the further steps. Yeah, yeah, it is now preparing for the installation. So as you can see, now it has started the installation process. After doing that extraction of the files, extraction of the package or extraction of the backup file, whatever you have downloaded from the internet, now it has started the installation. See, don't change anything. Don't change anything. As it is giving the options. You simply put those options intact and click on next button. So here it is saying you are about to install the 10G Express Edition version of the Oracle database. So simply click on next. So now it is asking you to agree the license agreement. So click on I accept the terms in the license agreement, then click on next. So then it is showing us where it will install the Oracle 10xc. Okay, inside C drive, it will create Oracle 10xc, and then in that folder it will install all the installation files or all the files necessary to run this application. So simply don't change anything, simply click on next. Okay, then here, as I told you when I explained about the commands, or when we created the user in this Oracle 10xc, so I told you first of all we have to log in like an admin user, administrator, database administrator. So that database administrator here you can see is the system. Okay, and the password what we give over here is for system we will give. So I told you to put the password simple so that you can remember this password forever. So I'll be giving like 123456. Okay, confirm that same password 123456. So you have to put the same password in these two, 123456, as well as confirm the password 123456. Then click on next. So this will be your admin user, system will be admin user, and password will be 123456. Then click on next. So yeah, it is just what we call confirming all those things, whatever selection you have done and all. So simply click on install. So this will start the installation process, and it will take like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, we can assume in that way it will take 5 to 10 minutes. So it has started the installation just now, so it will take nearly 5 to 10 minutes to complete the installation. So one thing, when we complete the installation, I told you not to practice your commands inside the admin user, isn't it? When we complete the installation, the first step what we have to do, we have to create our own user defined user. Okay, so because inside the admin user we are going to have a lot of predefined stuff. Inside the administrator or admin user, that system followed by the password, we are going to have many predefined stuff. So if you do some work along with that predefined stuff, what will happen, your work will integrate, or your work will go missing inside that predefined work. So in order to see your work, in order to see only your work, then what we have to do, we have to create our own user so that we can see what exactly we are doing and how accurately we are interacting with the database, that we can see. So to do that, what we have to do, yeah, first of all, after the installation, open the application, open the SQL command prompt, and enter into the administrator. There you create your own user, and after that, I mean, it is a one time process. As I said, when we are installing, at that point only we are doing this user creation, not every time, not every time when we practice. We are doing this only one time, and after doing that, what we are doing, I mean, for the next time when we open the application, we log in like that normal user only. We log in like that our own user defined user only. We will not log in like an administrator. Okay, hope you understood this thing. So for the first time we log in like an administrator, then we create our own user, and from the next time onwards we log in with the credentials of our own user. We are not depending on administrator anymore. But still you need to remember the administrator username, that is system, and the password that we have given as 123456, because at any point of time your user may crash, but administrator, he will remain intact. If in case your user has crashed, means you can go with that administrator and you can create the second user. Okay, hope you understood this strategy or phenomenon. Okay, so the same approach will use the same strategy we follow once we do this installation successfully. So it is about to complete your installation, and once it completes, I will show you how you can open that environment and how you can set up that environment for practicing this structured query language commands. Okay, so I guess the installation has completed. I'm just waiting for the confirmation which it will give. So yeah, it has given over here. So this window it is showing. So just yeah, it is confirming that your installation, your setup has been successfully completed. Okay, see here, setup has finished installing Oracle Database 10G Express Edition on your computer. So this thing, it is very important, you have to understand. So what we have installed, setup has finished installing Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. Okay, we have installed this one, and I told you all our SQL commands, whatever we are going to practice, those things we are going to practice on Oracle only. isn't it? Oracle Database Express Edition. Simply uncheck this one because it will open the I mean website associated with your Oracle. So don't do that one. Simply uncheck this one and click on finish. Okay, uncheck this one and click on finish. So now what has happened? We have successfully installed the Oracle application onto our computer. So if you successfully install, you will get this icon on your database, and inside your start menu you will get the command prompt. Okay, SQL run SQL command line. So if you are using an older version of Windows, then you have to search for this run SQL command line only. Inside your start menu, you have to search for this run SQL command line, and you drag it and drop it on the desktop. Simply from there you have to drag and you have to drop on the desktop so as to get that same icon on the desktop. So this is my SQL command line interface, CLI. In short, we call command line interface. In short, we call it as CLI. So what I said, after doing the installation, just open the command line. So this is your command line. Okay, this is your command line. So as it is very small over here, it is giving the text over here is very small. You can increase the font size or you can increase the text size. How means, this white ribbon on top, whatever you are seeing, just right click on that one. Right click. Okay, right click, then you will see this menu. When you are right clicking, you will see this menu. So from this menu you select the properties. Okay, properties. So here you can see the font what you want to use, as well as here the font size. So, or if it is on some other tab, means select the font tab. Select the font tab and you can increase the font size like this. Click on OK. Now it is visible, I think. Isn't it? Now it is visible. It is somewhat big. The font size is somewhat big and it is visible clearly on the video. So now what you have to do? Yeah, I guess I have to increase some more. So I will make it like 28. Yeah, it is good, I think. So now what I said, after opening the SQL command prompt, I told you to create your own user, isn't it? Your own user you have to create. So first, for creation of that our own user, what we have to do, we have to open the administrator first. So how to open a user or how to connect to a particular user? We have to use connect command. This we have practiced. Okay, this we have practiced in your regular session. So connect, then hit enter. It will ask you to enter the username, and I am entering system as my username, and it will ask you to enter the password and put that password 123456 and hit the enter. So it is connected now. We are connected to the administrator. So after connecting with the administrator, now what we have to do, we have to create our own user. So for that, what command we are using? Create user command, isn't it? Create user, and I told you to create the user in such a way that it should have your college name, your department name, followed by your roll number. Roll number 3 digits only. So ISL CSC 001 for CSC students, civil CIV, okay, triple E, mechanical MEC, like that, ECE, like that. You can use the what we call username. So then what we have to do, we have to give the password by using the identified by command, isn't it? So identified by, password is ISL CSC 001. The same thing in small letters. The same password will be same like my username but in small letters. Okay, that's standard we said to maintain. If you want something other than that, you can use. Okay, if you want some unique password, you can put over there, no issues. But the thing is, you have to remember, because if you forget the password, then what will happen? Again, you have to delete that user and you have to create a new user. Okay, so like that. So in order to have the simplicity, we are following this type of standards. Okay, so then put the semicolon at the end and hit the enter key. Okay, unknown command, create user. Sorry, the spelling of create is not correct. CREATE, create. Okay, that mistake. See how it is showing the error. create, create. Okay, create user ISL CSC 001 identified by ISL CSC 001. Okay, now hit the enter key. See, user created. So the user has been successfully created. So even the user is created, it is still, I mean, the the what we call the account or the session, it is still not ready for use, isn't it? After creating the user, we have to grant the permission to that user. Then only it is possible to enter into that user and do further transactions, isn't it? So what I said, how we can grant the permissions, simply use grant command. Grant DBA. DBA stands for database administrator. uh, Grant DBA to ISL CSC 001, like this. Grant DBA to ISL CSC 001. At the end, put the semicolon and hit the enter key. So it is saying grant succeeded. Grant succeeded in the sense the privileges, the whatever we have given, the authorities, the privileges, the permissions, whatever we have given to that ISL CSC 001 user, they have been granted successfully. Okay, so now the ISL CSC 001 is ready to enter. But before entering, we just check how many tables or how many views we have inside your administrator. So in order to check, I mean, right now I am in administrator itself, isn't it? I still not enter into the ISL CSC 001 user, so I am still in administrator. I'm still in administrator. So what I have to do here, simply type this command to know what exactly you have inside the administrator. Select star from administrator. Administrator is system, isn't it? Administrator username is system. So select star from, not system. We'll put, I mean, right now we are in system only, isn't it? So we use tab. Okay, so select star from tab. So then hit enter key. So see, these many tables, these many views we have inside your administrator. These many tables, these many views we have inside your administrator. So if you do something, if you create a particular table, let us assume I'm creating a table with name employee, then what will happen? My table will also integrate with all this predefined stuff. So it will become very difficult for me to search for that table or to see my work progress, isn't it? So that is the reason why what we have done, we have created our own user to avoid the confusion, to avoid the ambiguity with the predefined user. We have created our own user. Hopefully you understood. So if I create a user, that user will come and sit inside these tables only. That user, I mean, if I create an table, that table will come and sit inside these tables only. So again, I cannot understand what table I have created and I cannot see my work progress. So that is the reason why what I have done, I am creating my own user. I have created already. I have created my own user with name ISL CSC 001. Okay, so now how to enter into that user? So connect, yeah, this particular command you have to note down. So to see the content of a user, to see the content of a user, we use this command. Select star from tab. Okay, select star from tab. This thing, what it will do, it will simply list the content of the user. I mean, inside a particular user, how many tables you have, how many views you have, how many procedures, stored procedures you have, how many triggers you have, all those to see, we simply type this command, select star from tab. So right now, as I'm in administrator, and when I type this command, I got this much of output. All these tables, views, many things I got. So now what I'm doing, I'm connecting to my own user defined user. That is, it is asking me to enter the username, that is ISL CSC 001 is my username, and password same thing, ISL CSC 001. So when I'm typing the password, it will not show that password over there. So simply hit the enter key. So now I connected to ISL CSC 001. So now what I have to do, again, to check the content of this ISL CSC 001, I type the same command, select star from tab. Select star from tab and hit the enter key. See, no rows selected. We don't have any work progress, or we don't have any tables created, views created inside my user ISL CSC 001. Now here I can create my own tables, my own views, my own triggers, my own stored procedures. Everything I can do over here inside this what we call ISL CSC 001 user. So far we have done the installation successfully, and we have created, I mean, we have downloaded the application from the internet, we have done the installation successfully, and we have created our own database to practice the SQL stuff. So hopefully, yeah, this much of practice you have, I mean, this much of configuration you have to do, or this much of work on your computer you have to do in order to set up this SQL environment. It is very easy, for isn't it? It is very easy. Just go to the internet and download that application, install that application into your computer to get this SQL working, so that you can practice all your commands over here. Okay, so this is the installation. In my previous class already I have shown the same thing: creating the user, connecting to the user, and listing the content of that user. These three things we have done in our previous session also, and here also I have shown the same thing. So it is a double time practice to you people. So from the next class onwards, on next session onwards, I mean, we are having a lot of holidays in this week, so I'm planning more and more sessions, more and more SQL sessions in these holidays, so that you can become comfortable with SQL, structured query language, hopefully. Okay, so be ready for that one, and do the installation and configuration and make the setup ready for you, so that you can practice the stuff when I'm what we call premiering the video, or when I'm uploading the video onto my account, hopefully. Thank you very much, students.